My name is Samantha. This story will start when I am only 16 years old. I grew up in what I thought was a normal home with normal parents. It took a long time to realize how wrong I was. My family and community were always heavily involved in our church. Church leaders were basically viewed as idols and rock stars. It wasn't until I was older I realized I actually grew up in a cult. From the beginning of my teen years, one of the youngest church leaders took interest in me. Once I turned 16 and was deemed old enough in the church, he approached my family about dating me. Even though he was 8 years older than me, they accepted. I knew no better. Please understand I was raised to think this was normal. It took me years to realize this was not acceptable and Abu Dhabi. Darren, please meet me after I get out of school. I really need to speak with you. What's wrong, babe? I have to be at the church when you are out of school, but you are more than welcome to meet me there. No, I don't want to meet you at the church. We really need to talk in private. Whatever you need to say cannot be so bad that you can't say it in the house of our Father. We can pray about whatever problem you are having. I'm sure it will be fine. Darren, I'm pregnant. I don't know what to do or how to tell my parents. They are going to be so angry with us. I knew we should have waited until marriage. The church leaders will throw us out of the church for this. Hello? Can you please answer me? I am freaking out over here. Who have you been unfaithful to me with? I know you are younger, but I always thought you were much more mature than this. What? I was never unfaithful to you. We slept together for the first time last month. You said it was okay because we were going to get married as soon as I turned 18 anyways. It's your baby. Do not try to slander my name like that. I am a leader in our church. I would never lay in bed with a woman before marriage. There must have been someone else. You cannot be serious. I would never cheat on you. I love you. And you love me. That's why we slept together. Why are you lying? Stop lying. No one will believe the words of the 16-year-old pregnant harlot over a man of God like myself. You have dug yourself a nice hole. Do not try to use my feelings to bring me down with you. Darren, please, you're breaking my heart. I really need you right now. Stop this. To save your face in this church, I highly suggest you go out of town and get an abortion. It is still a sin, but you have sinned more than enough at this point. Protect your family from your shame. I will keep your secret if you do this. No way, I can't do that. This is our baby. Then I am sorry, but I cannot help you. You've made your choice. Mom, Dad, can we please talk? I need your help. Oh, we definitely need to talk. Sit your little butt down now, Samantha Jo. You have a lot of explaining to do. What's going on? Darren called us a few minutes ago and told us what was going on. How could you do this? He told you about the baby? I was going to tell you guys when I got home from school. I just wanted to tell him first. Oh yes, he told us all about how you have been sleeping around and are now trying to pin your shame on him. How could you think to bring shame to such a good man? I'm not sleeping around. I slept with Darren because I love him and he promised he was going to marry me. He said he had already bought me a ring. Just stop lying already. We know the truth. Darren is a godly man and would never lie to us. You, on the other hand, have lied to us many times. I'm not lying. Please listen to me. We can get a DNA test after the baby is born. Then you will see. Little girl, you are not bringing any more shame onto this family or that man. We have already called the school, and you will be switched to online school so nobody else will know. You can't just take me out of school. What about my friends and extracurriculars? How am I supposed to get into a good college without those? You can kiss college goodbye. We will be lucky enough to find a good man of faith to want to marry you after this. And that's if the church will even let you stay. Mom, please don't let Dad do this. I'm sorry, sweetie, but your father is right. You have once again gone against the word and pushed your luck, and now you must face the consequences. I don't know where I went wrong with raising you. I'll tell you where we went wrong. We let her go to that secular devil school instead of forcing her into the church's school. It ruined her from the first day. Please believe me. Please. Darren is the father. I haven't been with anyone else. Go to your room and get out of my sight. You make me sick. Mom, what do I do now? Do I call a doctor to schedule my first appointment? What kind of doctor do I even call? Oh no, definitely not, sweetheart. Your father has expressly forbidden you from leaving this house until it is time for the baby to be born. He does not want you to be seen and word to get out. That would bring so much shame onto our family. Can you imagine the gossip? But don't I need prenatal care? I mean, what if something is wrong with me or the baby and we don't know? Samantha Jo, you need to read the word again, I see. Our Father has His will, and will have this baby be born if it is what He wishes. Trust in the Lord and all will be well. But what if something happens? I've been doing research and saw that there's something called an ectopic pregnancy. If that happens to me, and we don't know, I could unalive. Pray to the Lord and tell Him your worries, and He will set you free. Everything happens for a reason, and the Lord has His plan. He will keep you safe if that is His will. I would just feel a lot better if I could at least see a doctor and make sure everything is okay. We could do it when Dad isn't home and nobody would know. I'm not showing yet. Your father is the leader in this home, and we will not go against his wishes. He has forbade you from leaving this home, and you will obey this. You are already in enough trouble as it is. Please do not make this worse. You're really willing to let me risk unaliving just to keep Dad happy. You're my mom. I don't understand why you can't support me in this. I am trying to teach you how to be a good mother and wife. When you get married, you need to follow your husband's wishes in all aspects of life. That is what the Lord wants. People are going to know I had a baby once the baby is here, though. So why are we hiding it now? Your father and I are praying that you come to your senses and tell us who the real father of your child is. If they are at least a member of this church, we can talk to his family and get you two married and right in the eyes of the Lord. I told you who the father was. It's Darren. Go to your room, Samantha. I can't handle the lies anymore. Samantha, sit down. Darren is here to help counsel our family through your transgression against the Lord and our church. Dad, please no. I really do not want to see him right now. Do not disrespect this man in my presence. He has put his own feelings of your betrayal aside to help this family. Now you sit and listen to him. Josiah, keep your peace. I understand why she has a hard time facing me. She probably feels an extreme amount of guilt for what she has done. Her transgressions cut me deeply, but I care for the members of my flock. Very well. What do you suggest we do? We want to save our daughter's soul and our reputation in this community. What can we do to accomplish this? I have been poring over my Bible in an attempt to find an answer to your problem. I believe it would be biblically acceptable to perform the test of the unfaithful wife on Samantha. It is of the Old Testament, but this is a serious matter that needs serious repercussions. We were not married, Darren, and I was not unfaithful. I don't see how this would be accepted. We promised ourselves to each other. I believe that God has heard that promise and will allow this to come to pass. Whatever you think is best. How do we perform this test? You must take Samantha to a church leader, and they will have her drink a bitter water. If she was unfaithful to me, which we know this is fact, the water will cause her womb to miscarry as God would wish and intend. If God allows her to keep the baby, we know this is His will. You are the only church leader who knows about this. Would you be able to make the water and conduct the test so we can keep this indiscretion from the rest of the church? Although it will pain me to do so, I am willing to help. I want nothing more than to help this family. You are good people. I refuse. I will not do this. You can't make me do this. I would rather run away. If you try to force me, I will run away. You have no choice. You will do this, and I will make sure of it. Or you will not like the consequences that happen because of your refusal. Hey girl, where have you been? You've been out of school for like a week and nobody is answering the phone at your house. I've been at home. My parents won't let me leave the house or anything. They switched me to online school. I'm not even supposed to be online right now. Jesus, what did you do? Is everything okay? No, everything is not okay. It's so messed up right now. I don't know what to do. What happened? Is there anything I can do? No, I can't tell you. My mom and dad would literally unalive me if anyone found out. I'm in so much trouble. I messed up so bad. You can trust me. I'm not going to tell anyone. I just want to help you. Lily, I'm pregnant. It's Darren's, but he's convinced my parents it isn't his and they believe him because he's a leader in our church. They are going to make me drink something that will make me miscarry my baby tomorrow because they think I cheated on Darren and am some whore. They can't make you do that. That's the same thing as an abortion, and doesn't your church think that's really bad? Darren cannot be okay with this. It was his idea. He told them that if I miscarry, then that is God's will. I think he's just doing this to hide the fact that he's the father. I don't want to do this, but I'm really scared about what my dad will do to me if I refuse. Samantha, I need to tell my parents what is going on. They love you. Maybe they can talk your parents into letting you come live with us instead of all of this. I'm sure they can figure something out. Lily, no, you can't tell them. If my parents find out I told anyone, I will get in so much more trouble. Please don't. I don't know what they'll do if I'm in even more trouble. Samantha, this is abuse. Your parents are abusing you and forcing you to abort your baby. That isn't okay. Nobody deserves this. I understand if you're mad at me, but I have to do the right thing. My parents will be able to help. I know it. I shouldn't have said anything. My parents will literally unalive me now. It'll be okay. We can help. I know it. Just hang in there. Samantha Joe, who have you been speaking to? Nobody. I haven't even left the house. I haven't spoken to anyone. Enough of your lies, little girl. Who have you spoken to? Because I just got a call from Child Protective Services saying that they are sending an agent to check on your well-being. So who was it? It was Lily, all right. And I'm glad she had her parents call. What you're doing is wrong, and you know it. At least you had the good sense to call someone who wasn't a member of our church. At least this way this can still be kept contained. Samantha, why are you determined to ruin this family? I'm not the one ruining this family. Yes, I messed up and had premarital's 3 acts, but I did it with someone who I loved and who promised he would marry me. You guys are choosing to believe that I'm lying and are forcing me to drink something you know will hurt my baby. Sweetheart, if you are so determined to have us believe that you aren't lying about Darren being the father, then you need to take the test. The water won't hurt the baby unless it is a produce of your unfaithfulness. Why do you believe that the man who is lying about having sex with me won't do something to ensure I have a miscarriage? You believe in him more than you do in your own daughter. Darren is a man of God, and that is the last time I will hear you slander his name in my presence. You were lucky beyond measure to have him want to court you, and you immediately had to screw that up. Stop making it worse. I hate you, Dad. I really do. I won't take that test. Trust me, little girl, I am not too fond of you either. But you will act right when the CPS worker is here, and then you will be going to drink the water. And if for some reason this proves you aren't lying, I will bless your marriage to Darren and pay for the whole wedding. Are you crazy? I will never marry Darren. And I will not take that test. I will be telling that worker everything you've said and done. And they're going to make sure my baby is safe and you are punished. You stupid, stupid child. If for some reason your bastard baby is blessed with Darren as a father, you will be married immediately to him. You will not continue to ruin this family. Sweetie, if you're telling the truth, then you should be excited. That would be a blessed union. Knocks on door. This is the social worker. I am warning you right now to act right, or I promise you will regret it. Sister Cheryl. How lovely to see you. I didn't realize you were a social worker. Please come in. Sister Jody, a pleasure. I noticed that you and your husband were not in attendance at our Wednesday Bible study last night. I assume this has to do with why we had to miss your lovely input. Yes, unfortunately we had to deal with a matter that was urgent and unavoidable. I trust that given your job and our friendship that we will have your complete discretion on this matter. I will have to file a report once we close this matter. But outside of my supervisors, I will not breathe a word of whatever is going on, of course. I am no gossip. Well, as you can see, Samantha Jo is very much alive and well. She clearly has not been abused or harmed in any way. I was told a friend of Samantha's reached out due to her being missing from school for weeks. I trust that she is enrolled and attending school somewhere. Oh, of course. Samantha Jo has gotten herself in a bit of a pickle, and we removed her from the secular high school she had been attending, and enrolled her in an online program so she is away from negative, unholy influences. I am also told that she has gotten herself pregnant. This friend is claiming you are forcing her to have an AB0RTION by having her drink poison. Surely this isn't the case. Unfortunately, our Samantha Jo has in fact strayed from God and had premarital S3X. She has lied and claimed it was fathered by our own brother Darren, but that is impossible. He has recommended we perform the test of the unfaithful wife to prove his innocence and allow God to decide. Allow God to decide what exactly? Whether or not it is his will for this baby to be born. I am not lying. Darren is my baby's father, and the only reason he wants me to do this test is so that he can unalive our baby and get rid of any evidence. Now, Ms. Samantha, I have heard of your many discrepancies against the Lord's will. You have a history of being quite the troublemaker. Why should I believe you now? I can prove it once my baby is born. The court can order him to take a paternity test and sully that good man's name even further. Heaven.